వర్క్ ఏముంటది? డెవలపర్ అంటే ఏముంటది బ్రో?
Okay, maximum you'll be getting requirements from the team lead or tech lead.
ఓకే.
Generally structure, how structure will be there means, let me show you in some other way. We'll call as one method, like agile methodology. Agile
హుహు.
methodology in the sense, every day morning 9 o'clock we'll be having call with client.
ఓకే.
In that call, uh, okay, so in that call, morning 9 o'clock, we used to call this one as a stand-up call or a scrum call, etc.
ఓకే.
Okay, so in this, generally, manager, client, manager, client, tech lead. These people only will be handling it
ఓకే.
normally in normal scenarios. In case if you people require, then developers also will be added in that call. Though these people will be having separate application. We used to use Zira application. Okay, in case if somebody asks you, you can also tell the same thing. Zira application. Okay, in this Zira application, what a client will do is, client, they'll be split up his work, his lineup, like when to release which kind of module. For example, for client, we are working for one website. Let's think like that. Okay, so in that, as of now, we have implemented username, etc., etc., registration form, and their information, etc., etc. We have done it. Okay, what client thinking for the user is, they want to develop more things in website, so that they'll be divided their works into sprints. Next 3 months we need to complete this module. Next 3 months we need to complete this module, etc., etc. So based on that, they'll divide our work in this Zero application. So if it is admin part, they'll assign to the task to admin person. If it is development part, they'll assign to developer. This actually this client will discuss with this manager and tech lead only. Tech lead will assign the task to developer or admin, and they'll give timeline also. In case if you are facing any roadblocks, you need to update in Zero application itself. They'll give as a ticket or case, etc. In that ticket, you need to give comments. For example, ticket, they'll give like, need to prepare discount for the customer. Okay, this is what the ticket. They will not ask you to prepare workflow rule. They will not ask you to prepare approval process. They'll not ask you to prepare any trigger, etc. We need to decide. I mean, our tech lead will decide, and he'll pass the information to us. In case maximum, if you need not to work on coding, then you'll go with admin. So, by admin, if it is not possible, then you'll have to decide for which part we need to work. So now you have decided you need to work on trigger. Okay, for that they'll give you one timeline. To create a trigger, maximum it will take 2 to 3 hours time. So though
ఓకే.
it's a 2 to 3 hours time, don't tell same timeline to them. At
ఓకే.
least you should take a half day time, because if something goes wrong, again it will be point out to you only.
ఓకే.
Okay. So once it is done, they'll move this to show demo. Once it is done, we need to show the demo, either it is working or not. Okay, once it is completed, then we'll push to production. These are our daily works will be.
ఓకే.
Got it, bro?
Yes.
Now we are in this stage now in our class. Okay, so coming to our regular work. Just now, as you asked, what is our daily work? Daily work we have done. So in daily work, whichever client, whichever you got the task list from the tech lead, you have done it. Okay, where you'll do it, this work, Rajesh? Any idea?
Developer console, bro. Or no?
Okay,
Not that.
developer console only. But will you do it in production directly?
No, no.
Okay,
In
then
lower environment. Dev sandbox are
yes,
you
in sandbox we can do it. Whatever it is, the dev sandbox or partial sandbox, whichever you are getting the credentials, in that you'll do the work. Okay. So once it is done, once it is done, I said we need to show to demo to the client, right?
yes.
So once demo also completed, then what would be your next step?
And
We need to send to production, right?
production.
Okay. Okay. So till here you understood, right?
Yes.
But in this between, we need to have one more work. That is from sandbox. When whatever you are doing sandbox, first you to whom you will show to your
Hmm.
tech lead.
Tricky.
That means operations. And once he's also okay, then he'll check with client. He'll conduct one demo, either it is working or not. If client also is saying okay, then we'll push to production. This is a structure actually. This is not structure. This is the general work, I'm saying. But while coming to the operations, this is not the structure. I mean, in real time scenarios, this is not the structure. Though we
Okay.
are doing very good in sandbox, we need to send this to whom we need to send.
QA.
Yes, we need to send to QA team. Once these people also doing the testing and it's working fine, then we'll prepare the chain set. We have different tools, chain set, Eclipse, etc., etc. From here we can prepare chain set and then we'll send it to production. Okay.
Okay.
But coming to the triggers and classes. Coming to the triggers and classes, before sending to the QA team itself, we can do the test run from our side, either it will be working or not. That's called as test classes.
Okay.
Okay, so let me get into the topic. So now we are going to discuss about test class. Background of this work, whatever we discussed a few minutes back, that will be the background of this work. Whenever we do any code related work, we'll do it in sandbox, right? Then, as per general format, we get tested by QA team and get approval to send to the code to production. That's what we have discussed here.
Yes,
Okay.
bro.
But in case in the real time scenarios, maybe quality person, people who has to evaluate our code, those people without checking it, they approved it. It may be some other reasons. He may be my friend, he may be my relative, etc., etc. Or else I have good bonding with that particular person. Without checking any errors, he has sent it to production. In production, there is a issue. Now, to whom they will blame?
QA team.
QA team as well as our people also.
Yes.
So to avoid that, I'm saying especially for triggers and Apex classes. Okay. So for this, we'll have test classes. So if QA fails, then we need to resolve the issues. In Salesforce, we don't need to work exactly same like PHP, Java for this process. Normally, in PHP Java, straight away they'll send it to QA. Then they'll decide to send the production. But here we have one more option called as test class. Here itself we can understand either this class will be successful or not. We'll see here. Okay. So now, before moving ahead, some important background for you. Whenever we do code in Salesforce, we can't send it directly to production. That everyone knows it. And we need to do testing in the same way QA will do, but by writing some code. What QA will do generally?
They will test the functionality.
Yes, but this is possible by test class from our side also. Result of such testing will be in some percentage, and percentage should be 75% or more than that. Then only we can send it to production. Okay, but here I have one doubt. While doing test classes, so directly we can do the test class and we'll send it to production, right?
Yes.
Then what is the necessary to send the information to QAT, send the code to the QAT?
I mean, they will test the deeper functionality, I guess.
Okay, let me keep it my point in some other way. So when I'm doing it everything in sandbox,
Mm-hmm.
and to avoid the issues in production, personally I am doing a test code and it is running successfully. Then I decided it will be no errors. Then I push to production. So in this case, what is the necessary to have QA team in the organization? I am doing it everything right.
Yes.
Any idea
But
why do we need QA team?
I mean, don't know, bro.
Okay, this okay, only in this factor we can do the test classes. Okay, only triggers. But whatever we are writing approval process, workflow rule, process builder, some other UI interface, by user facing issues, all those things will be tested by QAT.
Okay.
Only triggers we are doing test classes, but remaining thing we are not doing it right anything. So those
Yeah.
things also QAT will doing the testing. So that is
Yes.
the
Yes.
reason in every company there will be a QA team to do the manual testing to avoid issues in production. Okay. To do manual testing, I don't know what is the exact scenarios they are using it, because being as a development side, I mean development side, so I'm not sure what are the modules they are using it for testing.
Okay.
Okay. For testing, I know, but remaining things, I don't know how they'll do it, because their modules will be different. They may doing it by manually, they may doing auto testing, etc., etc.
Okay.
Okay. So here, test class. Why do we need test class? So to test the pulsar trigger code we wrote in past, because we need to send this code to production so customer can start using it. So we have done it code right in
Yes,
pulsar
bro.
bike. So that code we haven't sent it to production. So before sending the production, we need to do the test run. Okay. How test run we'll do it, we'll see it in next few minutes. Before that, I need to have I just want to explain a few more things. Generally, why do we need to do test? Any
Whether it,
examples?
whether it is working or not.
Okay,
To to verify it is working fine.
okay. So whenever you are writing any exams, also before attending the public exam, we'll be having one mock test, like pre-final exam, preliminary exams,
Yes,
or
yes,
unit test, etc., etc. Right.
yes.
So there we can analyze where we are missing, and where we need to improve.
Yes.
And this is one case. And another case, to believing your code blindly, you'll not believe your code. So you know that you are perfect in your coding, okay, but not sure where you are lacking, right? You can able to find mistake in some other person's code, not in your code.
Yes.
So to identify all those things, we can do the testing.
Yes.
Okay, now just see, after this example, we must know all these things. Why to do test class in testing?
Bro, ఒక్క నిమిషం బ్రో.
Yeah, okay. So where we were, so why to do test class testing, and what is meaning by code coverage? Code coverage in the sense it shows how much percentage of lines from our code got tested in this testing process, and what is percentage we need in test class, how to save test class, how to run the test class, how to see the result of test class after it run. So all these things we can learn in test class. So now we are going to entering into test class model first step. So how can we find out either it is a test class or not? For example, see now we have two classes. One is calculator apex class, one is a pulsar demonstration class, right? And same
Yes.
way we have one trigger like pulsar discount trigger. Okay, so in case now if I want to create any test class, how can we find out either these are test class for this particular trigger or this particular class? So what we can do is, if we are writing any class, industry standards for writing test class name. So if it is a main class ABC and public sorry pulsar discount class, just think this is the class. Oh, what is the class name we have? Pulsar demonstration. Okay. Okay, if you are saving class name like this, then test class should be like this: ABC test and pulsar discount class test. Got it? Then we can understand, for this class this is a test class, for this class this is a test class.
Yes, bro.
Like that we can understand.
Yeah.
Okay, so now this is a test class. First thing, I'll explain one by one line after completion of the result. First I'll save this code, then I'll explain how it runs. Okay, so I'll go to developer console. So here open pulsar demonstration class. Okay, this is a pulsar demonstration class. Okay, uh, trigger, shit, trigger pulsar discount trigger. Okay, okay, I have one doubt. And now in pulsar discount trigger, we have this condition, right? And this is the, what is this one?
Event.
This is the event. Okay. Now I have one doubt. Now we are going to do the test class, right? And now not only for insert, we need to give this one as update as well. If that is the case, what we have to do?
Mhm.
Here we can write before update.
Before update.
Okay. Now tell me what could be the context variable for this?
Before update. Trigger dot new.
Okay. Wait. Here I will show you how we have written context variable.
Yeah. Before insert. Before update. I mean
Yes.
is update. Is
Okay.
before.
If trigger dot is before
Equal
double
to
equal
equal.
to true,
True.
double and
Trigger dot is update.
is update. Sorry, it was before insert, right? Is before, after that is insert has to come, and double equal to true. Then just give same way. Just copy this. Now before update. So here you can just give update and save this. Now trigger I have saved. Okay. Next thing, open class. This is the class. Okay, I just saved. Pen demonstration class, right? Pulsar, sorry, pulsar demonstration class. Okay. Now I'm going to create new one. Same test for test class also we can have only Apex class here.
Yes, bro.
Okay, so just click on Apex class, and here name I'm giving as test. Got it?
Yes, bro.
So in this we need to save the data. So I'm just copy this and I'm pasting it. So now class name is different here. I'm just giving this and giving test. Okay. But did you observe anything wrong which I have done here? I have
Public
created
class.
new one after I have created new one, and I have deleted everything and I saved here.
Yes. I
And
will
here
public class.
I'm getting error. Okay, 12th line. Okay, this is just okay. 30. what it is. Give me a minute. Here we have done. Okay. Here we have done. Okay. Why it got saved? Because we haven't gave close brackets here for these functions. Okay.
Yes,
So
bro.
now there is a trigger, and trigger we have modified for before insert and before update. Earlier it was only before insert, and now demonstration came, and this is a test class. So compare with this one and this one. How can we differentiate which one is the test and which one is the main class? By seeing name
By
itself, we can understand.
name.
Okay, this is the first
Yes,
step. So pulsar demonstration, this is the class, but this is the test class.
yes,
Okay, and this is simple way. And here, whenever code is wrong, you can get all problems here. You have seen right earlier. There were no comments symbol here, so that time it was showing problem, and we haven't gave these two for brackets also, and that's the reason it was showing. Okay, just check in which line you are getting problem, you'll be getting here. Okay, and
yes.
this test class, by using first keyword, by at is test, this is the keyword, we can call this one as annotation. By using this keyword, we are telling to Salesforce that we are writing test class. We are writing test class for which function? For writing test class for which class? This is a test class.
Also,
This is the test class name. Got it?
yes, bro.
And while you are doing test class, while you are writing test class name should be the same. So earlier here, see, wrongly I have done it. See here showing pulsar display test class, but in developer console I have changed it because this is the function name actually. So this is the class name actually. Okay. So now by using test class, we can do three things. First one is we can tell to the Salesforce that we are writing test class for this class. And second one, we can check the code coverage. So we'll see it in Salesforce environment also, where we can see code coverage. See here, just click on this. See here. And if you click on this, you can see the code coverage here. Okay. So
Yes,
now we have saved code coverage in this. Oh, sorry. We are saving the test class and trigger. This one we haven't saved till now, right?
yes,
Here. Automatically it came here. We haven't changed anything in this in this environment. We have done it in developer console. Observing the changes, Rajesh. This one we haven't done anything.
yes, bro.
We directly change it here and it is showing here. Okay. So now we can do the test run, how it works. And you can understand one more thing. This is the class, this is a test class. But for normal class, you can't find run test option here.
Okay.
Only test class you can get it run test.
Okay.
Okay, if you click on this and now just refresh.
మండే కన్ఫర్మ్ మేడం బల్లారి సరేలే కార్ ఉంటే ఇంకా
Code
మండే
coverage is 75%.
75.
And here
ఒకటి అదే అదే ఎందుకంటే ఆయన పక్కన ఇందాక
100%. So now tell me, can we deploy this code to production?
Yes, bro.
Yes,
No,
because
we,
if it is
yeah.
75 plus 75 percentage, we can deploy the code into production. But here, what we are doing is we are trying to increasing the code coverage percentage from 75 to at least 85%. Now we can see what are the things are there in
లేదు
code.
మాట్లాడలేదు రేపు ఏదైనా అవసరం ఉన్నా తెలిస్తే
So
కొత్తసారి
here we are telling to Salesforce that we are giving a test class for this. Okay, and by using this test method keyword, by using this test method keyword, we
చేంజ్
are
చేస్తారు
writing this test method.
ఒకసారి
So by
రామని
using all this
రామని
logic,
ఏమన్నా అప్రూవ్
for
చేసుకుని
each loop, etc., etc. And here we need to check one more thing called as this thing how it works.
కుమార
And
నాకు
there is a
తెలియదు
DML statement in this. There is a SOSL and DML statement, both the things. So as of now, I'll just copy this. I'll send this code to you. Please check once again either it is working for you or not. And
Okay.
in next class, I one by one line I'll explain why we have used this one and why we have used this one, etc., etc. So this one, same thing we have used in main class. Okay, so that's
Yes.
the reason we have used. And again, why we have done variable, sorry, SOSL, SOQL and DML statements to compare the values. Either we are expecting this value and coming this value, either it is correct or not. See, generally, let me go to in real time scenario.
అవన్నీ ఎక్కడ చేసేసాను ఆ ఒక్క బాక్స్ ఆపుతో చేసి తక్కువ మంది అది కూడా సెలెక్ట్ చేసుకొని కన్ఫర్మ్ చేసుకుంటే కుమార్ కూడా చెప్పుకుంటాడు అది ఆల్రెడీ పెట్టుకుంటారు మేడం కొత్త తీసుకున్నారని చెప్తారు కాబట్టి మనసుకుంటాం అయిపోతుంది
Okay, so now I'm going to create a new
నా దగ్గర మనం అప్పుడు అంటే మనం నేమ్ బోర్డు
record in Pulsar bike. Okay, so
Yes.
I'm giving
ఉంది అది ఫార్మేట్ ఉంది మేడం మనం అప్పుడు నేమ్ బోర్డు మనం లోపల బోర్డు
bro. I gave 1,50,000 here. Okay, delivery location something I'm giving. Now tell me what is the result we'll be getting it.
Hmm. 148, bro.
Okay, 148 will be getting it. Yes, we got it. Now I'm going to change this as 140. Now I'm going to save. Tell me how much is the price result will come.
Same.
Sure.
Yes, bro. Okay.
Why? Because we have done the changes here. We have done it right before insert before update.
Yes, yes.
So that is the reason it is coming.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
So now my doubt is I forgot something to say. Where we were exactly? Something I want to tell you, Rajesh. I missed it. Hmm, which one? Just check the class. Yes. See now, you can see the record here, right? So
Yes, bro.
before updating the record itself, you will be understanding what is the answer you will be getting it, right?
Yes.
So how QA people will do is once what was the value you are updating it, 1,48,000, and now what is the value you are getting it. So if you minus this, what is the answer is coming? 2,000. So here in coding, what you give, 1 minute. Price is how much? See here, they're just checking the values. This one or this one correct or not? See, 1,20,000 is the value, and 1,18,000 is the result value.
Yes.
So that means either your code is working correct or not, they can identify here by using these two values. So here current value is this one, and the previous value is 1,20,000. So if your code value, if you are coding showing only 2,000 rupees discount, then it is working fine. That's what they can understand here. All these
Okay.
things we can discuss in next class, right, clearly. So in
Okay.
this, one by one we can discuss what will
Okay.
do written type of test functions, what kind of data functions it will accept, etc., etc.
Okay,
So
bro.
as of now, you can understand. You understand, right? What are how why we need to do the test class.
Yes, bro.
And I'm pasting this code to you also. Directly, I'll send this file to you. Then you also just do the test run, and you also try to do context variable for this previous trigger.
Okay, bro.
Because of this trigger only, it got changed now. Because yesterday it was not changing it, and we
Yes,
haven't
yes.
done this, right?
Yes, bro.
So just check this one again. So I'll paste this code in this file. This is for your information. Okay, bro. So evening after 6 o'clock, I'll message you, bro.
Okay.
What time we'll be having class? Okay.
Sure, bro. Done.
Yeah.
Done.
Bye, bro. Done.
Okay, bro. Thanks, bro. Bye, bye.